Hello everyone, welcome back to Silent Hill F. So, I accidentally saved over a couple of my save files, and it's a little bit annoying because I was doing some testing, and I was also doing a lot of like runs without streaming. So I was doing some practice runs. Particularly on New Game Plus, because I was testing on quite a lot of different things. For example, the different charm combinations. Recently, I tested a combination with counters with perfect dodge. I think it's Omamori Suzerain with rabbit and swordfish. So this way you can, after perfect dodge, you can counter, but after countering, you will lose all your stamina. But with Omamori Swordfish, because you get counter, you will get an infinite, well, not infinite stamina, but your stamina will not decrease. So you basically can still attack and dodge for a very short period of time. It's a bit like a mini Higashi that you get with a charm. It's called Swordfish. But it didn't work out the way I thought it would work out. And also there is charm where if you counter without using focus, it increases your damage. So there's some pretty powerful charm combination. There's also the spider, so Omamori spider with Omamori crab and otter. Otter is the one that causes your weapon to repair after you defeat enemies. And also there's Omamori Wolf, which increases the damage when the weapon durability is high. With these charm combinations, you can perpetually keep your weapon durability high because one, if you use like a focus, it will not decrease the weapon durability. That's the crab charm. And the spider reduces your weapon durability reduction if you're using light attacks. And the otter one repairs, right? So you end up getting a situation where your weapons just do not degrade, and they always have high durability, and so you always get the damage bonus. Yeah, it's pretty powerful, but it does require many Omamoris to make it work. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I was doing. So I just want to start a new game. So to make this one a little bit different than the previous playthrough, a couple of things. I'm going to try to sort of rush through the game just until the point where I get to the Shimizu residence and after the parents boss battle, because that's sort of where I was before. And I'm just going to ignore some of the story items. I'm not going to pick them up. I'm not going to check all the optional consumable items and optional story parts. I'm just gonna try and get to the parents' battle as quickly as possible. And then, yeah, going from there. I also was not entirely happy with my previous playthrough because excuse me, there were a couple of things that I didn't do right. So
Chizuruya. Maybe I'll find someone there.
So I will skip a lot of the cutscenes. I will try to accelerate some of the processes so I can get to more or less the same place as before. Another thing is I don't want to have... I still have the save file with the parents boss battle.
Better find another way.
Because I'll be testing on that boss battle. I was able to find a couple of strategies that worked really well, so I was able to defeat the parents very easily. I wouldn't say very easily, but...
How else could she die like that? I would never. Not that family. Shh. Someone's going to hear you.
Also, it's like... Because I'm familiar with that particular boss battle, I've been doing I've been trying to work out like a quick strategy, like a strategy that works out really easily. And I thought I sort of was able to do it, and I can do it almost consistently now. There's just a few small pieces I have to figure out. And once I do that, I will upload a strategy guide just on how to do it. Trust me, that strategy really works out. Anyway, I will skip a lot of the cutscenes. I know I could load up the parents boss battle again and just do it, but I really don't want to. I just want to start a new game because I wasn't happy with some of the things I did in the previous playthrough. So I will rush through the first parts of the game just so I can get to the same point as before, and then we'll continue as usual with more exploration and more things. And we will watch the cutscene basically after the parents boss battle. And also no stat upgrades, no shrine upgrades in general, and no red capsules. And these are the conditions of the run. So I can only use one Omamori for the run. I can't have any shrine upgrades.
That's better. Please let everyone...
If I take a red capsule, I will reload from the closest checkpoint or autosave.
What is this place? I need to get back to Sakako.
And also... another thing I really wanted to do is to do a speed run of the game. With no stat upgrades on New Game Plus. So I will only be doing the UFO ending.
Who's there? Is that you, Shu?
That's also another reason I want to restart a new game. Because I want to be able to do the UFO run without any stat upgrades. My previous run, I had like upgraded the Umamori slots. I know I could just use one and remove the others. But it's not sort of the right thing to do.
Shu! Rinko!
I'm always pretty serious about this if I'm going to do a speed run. Okay, tutorial, sure.
Stay back!
Okay. I tried to do a run, even though I had some stat upgrades. Oh, looks like a canal. A small waterway. A jelly-like dessert filled with red bean paste. I tried to do the UFO ending, like even with some stat upgrades, with like a decent amount of stat upgrades, on Lost in the Fog difficulty, it's very difficult. Even with like
Anyone here?
upgrading the health 2 or 3 times. And also, I had upgraded stamina. I had multiple Omamoris. So even that, I died multiple times. I was able to make it like after trying quite a number of times. I struggled on the second boss battle quite a bit. The first boss battle, I'm pretty much okay with. And look, on Lost in the Fog difficulty, if you had the same amount of health I have right now, you're pretty much dying like 1 or 2 hits. So you have to be just really, really careful.
I really hope Shu and Rinko are alright.
There's also a lot of enemies on Lost in the Fog. So I will try to see if I can do with the default stat. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I remember this. Antique com. So I will still offer things to the Hokura. I shouldn't offer that. Just gonna put it somewhere that I'm not going to accidentally click on. Oh, another thing is no inventory upgrades. So basically no stat upgrade on the shrine, no inventory upgrade.
Rinko!
And only 1 Omamori. Not even gonna be bothered to defeat them. Just wanting to quickly get to the parents boss battle, and then I can proceed the game as usual.
Damn you!
Shu, where are you?
If I die, I'm just gonna reload. I'm just gonna reload from a checkpoint. Alright. Like, enemies do a lot more damage, trust me, on high difficulty.
What's this?
Yeah, we know the solution to this puzzle. I think that's here, right? No, wrong one. Yeah, I died multiple times even though I had a lot more health than this. I probably have not double the health, but at least like 50% or maybe more. And then, yeah, it's very easy to get killed. Especially if you're rushing through, like, to the ending, you can accumulate a lot of enemies. And if they just hit you, you can get stun locked. And then you take another hit and you're close to death. So... like, this game doesn't have armor or, like, other defensive ways to reduce damage. There are some charms that you can use to reduce damage, but they only really work when there are a lot of enemies around. You get some pretty powerful bonuses after the UFO ending. Like, yeah. But once you get to NG++, and if you upgrade properly, you can become very powerful. Particularly if you're good at countering and dodging, you basically can defeat most of the enemies without too much trouble.
It's locked.
Yeah. I mean, the challenge always with speedrunning is I'm not only gonna speedrun the game with doing the UFO ending because I won't be able to speedrun on the default stat through the whole game without dying. It's gonna be pretty challenging. I have to become really, really good. Like, I have to practice a lot in order for me to get to that level. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. But I think the UFO ending, I can get it. I think the UFO ending, I can do it. And the only reason I can probably do it with the UFO ending is because it's very short. And then you can just keep starting again and again and again. Eventually you get used to it. You get familiar with all the patterns. The most important thing is just not get too frustrated. Because it can be very frustrating if you die a lot. And trust me, if I have the default stat, I'm just definitely going to die a lot. Because even with a lot of upgrades, I died a lot. And I mean a lot. I could never find these. Like, I couldn't find these without zooming in. I don't even think they're always in the same position. Oh yeah, I see you.
This seems right. Better look for more.
You can shortcut through this part on New Game Plus. It's very easy on New Game Plus. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say very easy because the later, like, there's still a bit of the sequence towards the end that you can't really shortcut, that you have to sort of get through. But yeah. Oh, I forgot. It has to be this way, right?
This should be an offering.
Ah, there you go. They're not in the same place. Yeah, I died on the first boss where I tried to speedrun and, like, I didn't die by the first boss. I got killed because the little minions got me. While I was trying to push off the barrier to get inside, like, the room before you have to jump out the window. Yeah, I died there. It's ridiculous. I know it's ridiculous, but it's what happened.
All right, time to try that lock.
Yep, that's good for replacing the red capsule. Yeah, and also if you're speedrunning, you can't pick up a lot of items. So you have to just sort of use the items that you have. I'm too lazy to fight this guy. I could. Wait, he can hit you while you're solving the puzzle? Alright, that's the first time that has happened. Alright. Well, I mean, he can't hit me anymore. I should probably heal. Yeah, I'm going to heal. I have healing items, so I'm not going to just, like, die, risk death. Okay.
All right. I need to focus. Need to find Rinko.
Alright, that's good to know. I don't have enough space. Yeah, alright. See if I can get rid of some of the items. Well, there is a shrine up ahead, so I'm gonna pray here. Get rid of some of the items, for example, this one, and let's get rid of at least one of the Kuzu tea, because we don't need that, and the Ramu bottle. Okay, and then let's get the sickle.
Just what I needed. Shoo.
Alright, there's a couple of Omamori that I want. For example, I need to get the Omamori pine. That is pretty important. Because that gives you health. Basically, it's like one health upgrade, which is super important if you're trying to get through New Game Plus. And you might be wondering why I try this. I do this kind of challenge runs. I have like sort of my own rule, what I can or can't do. And I think I should be able to do it because I did it with, like, I have some stat upgrade and I tried to do it without any Omamori, just like, I have a New Game Plus save file where I had done some stat upgrades and I only used one Omamori and I was able to do it, although not well, but more or less I sort of managed to do it.
Is someone there?
Yeah, that is like a lot of health. Trust me, that little bit of extra health upgrade, it makes a huge difference. The stamina is another thing. Stamina, I'm not entirely worried. As long as I'm careful, I should be okay. Yeah, and I also can use a Higashi. Like, I can always use like I think you can pick up at least 2 Higashi when you're trying to do the UFO ending, so you can use it in like a situation where you sort of have to use it. And
Shrine is up ahead. I used to go there a lot.
there are some difficult sections. For example, the section just before the second boss battle, that's really difficult. Like, yeah, I die a lot. I never really died, but I always struggle there.
Sakuko always said she'd make the shrine as popular as it used to be back in the day.
Whoa, what was that? That was weird. I don't know if that was a graphical glitch. Oh, I need the mailbox key.
Is this...
Because I want to get Sakuko's
mailbox?
Mailbox, because that gives me the Umamori spider. That would be really useful.
Hey, partner.
Not just like this playthrough, but also later on. It might not be that useful on New Game Plus, but I'm thinking about it. Should I get it? Yeah, I think maybe I'll still get it. I'm not 100% sure whether I should get it. Yeah, that's a good level of zoom. I can see a little bit further. I can't remember how to get back to Sakuko's house. I think you have to go through this way. No, it has to be this way, right? I think there was like a truck that's sort of knocked over. Yeah, there was a truck that got knocked over. I think it's this way. Is it this way? No, it's not this way. It has to be around. I know that you can get to it. I know you can get to it because I've done it before. I just have to think, how do you do it? Yeah, it must be on the other side. No, it's not this way. Is it this way? I think it's this way, right? No, it's not. Well, anyway, there's some items I can pick up here, so at least that's something. A rare... Kuzote, that's useful. Okay, that's... how do I get to it? I remember there was a way to do it. No, it's not going through the red part. Yeah, I just can't remember. Let me think about it. I think you can go through this way. There was a truck. Basically, the truck sort of moved, and you can get past the truck. It's a little tricky, but I figured it out before. I think it's here, right? No, it's not. That is kind of blocked. That is also blocked. Yeah, it's here. That's right. I got it. Right, let me just check. Ah, okay. All I really have to do is here. And then I can get to Sakuko's house. No, it's this way. I remember. Okay. Umamori spider. I don't think I really need it, but I think for the boss battle it's really useful because it decreases weapon reduction in weapon durability. So some of the boss battles can be really, really easy with that. And also I can use the kitchen knife, which is really powerful. Trust me, the kitchen knife is a winner. Not for all the boss battles, but for quite a number of boss battles, you want to be using the kitchen knife. And it doesn't seem like a very strong weapon because it wears out very quickly, but this is where you use the Umamori spider because then it doesn't wear out. Okay, wrong place to go. That is where you go later. Okay, bye. Okay, let's make sure the items are in the correct arrangements toolkit is here. Array is here. Alright, now I know where to go. That makes it easier. I mean, I don't need to carry around so many items if I'm not leveling up, because I just have to carry enough items to make sure that I have enough health. That's all that matters. But it's probably not that important anyway. Sure. Bye. I also try to mess around with focus attacks. Yeah, focus attacks are good against regular enemies, but they're not great against bosses.
Hinako? Don't go anywhere near that weird stuff. It might be poisonous. Go around to the garden on the right. This way.
Got it.
I don't need that. So I didn't get killed on this boss battle, but on New Game Plus, Lost in the Fog,
Monster just showed up.
you end up having.
I can't get to you. Head into the storehouse. I'll open the window.
That attack has a very deceptive range. Come on. Yeah, this attack has a really deceptive range, so... Okay, I didn't do that properly. I might have to just fight him again.
Not enough. Need to keep turning it.
Okay. Oh, that's not good.
Back. Can't you stay dead?
No, he can't. Yeah, those enemies that show up in the middle of the fight, that's what kills me. And it's annoying because, like, they sort of stun lock you as they attack. And there's 2 of them on, like, a New Game Plus. So what you want to do is, yeah, basically defeat the boss right at this area. See how he falls there and it blocks one of the enemies so they can't get you. But what you also don't know is when you like doing this, like you opening the door, you can still get hit. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. But like that just does not compute with me because playing Resident Evil, you can just, you know, use some...
The storehouse window! Hurry!
And while you're jumping through the window, you can also get hit as well.
Find a new weapon.
It's also something that it doesn't compute with me. Okay, let's just use it. I will need the Higashi. Alright, let's just pick up the MR. We don't really need it. Yeah, Higashi is very important. I almost remember where to go exactly, but I still do this. I don't really know if it's going to work if you just go the direction that you remember. There's one of them that I remember the exact direction, but I never really tried to do it without sort of...
Another scarecrow?
I guess eventually I will get familiar enough that I can do it just like... because if your direction is off slightly, you end up making, like you would end up not making it. Excuse me. So this is one, all you have to do is follow this particular path. I don't know if it's, like if I did that without getting the scarecrow, it would actually work. I never really tried it. Maybe I should try it. But if your direction is just out by a small amount, it makes a huge difference. Because you have to run a fair amount of distance. So if you're just off by like a few degree angle, then later on it makes a huge difference. It is done so you can't randomly guess which direction to go. You have to actually follow the direction of the scarecrows.
Why would someone put this here?
Yeah, I don't really need the first aid kit. Because I haven't upgraded my health a lot, so kind of wouldn't matter.
Wait.
Okay, so this part I also struggle with a bit while I was trying to do the UFO ending quickly. I keep getting confused which way to go, so I have to constantly check the map.
You can't wait for me to catch up.
I only know you don't need to go in here. That one I know.
I better get going. Who's there?
Storeroom key. I think it's right here, right? Yeah. Do not go into the western room.
Wasn't that closed before?
Yeah, I think it's here, right? Yeah. Still remember.
Stay back! This must be special. Sorry. I'll hold on to it for a bit.
I'm also not very good at the second boss battle. I'm okay with the first boss battle. I pretty much know his patterns in and out. The second boss battle I'm still struggling with. Alright, you guys made me do it, so I had to do that. Because otherwise I was gonna die. See what I mean? Like, even on even on a lower difficulty, it's pretty easy to get almost killed.
This way! Over here! Hinako!
Sakuko! Is that you? Where are you?
Okay.
It's this way. Hurry, hurry.
Sakuko!
Alright, stop calling me to hurry
there?
up.
Sakuko?
Go the divine water, let's put it here. The Kuzu tea, let's put it here. The Higashi, let's put it here.
My head. I have to get out of here.
Hurry, Hinako. This is incredible. Hinako. Leave me alone. You traitor.
Sorry.
I don't want to be
Alright.
by myself. It's lonely.
Alright, it's just I get sometimes confused with the direction, and if you're under pressure, it becomes tough. Let's drink a divine water. Let's grab a divine water. Oh, you know what? I can get rid of the antique comb. And get rid of Kuzu tea as well. I don't really need the Kuzu tea at the moment. Let's not do that. Bandage. Okay. Let's save the gem. Let's save the gem. Chase after the fox mask. I think I can overwrite this one. I hope I could. It's a new gem plus save file. So I can practice on the second boss. The good thing is the boss's patterns between hard difficulty and Lost in the Fog difficulty is very similar. The only difference is the damage that they do, and also the damage it takes for them to go down.
Sakuko! Why? What's going on?
Yeah, that attack has a lot of range.
Why do we have to fight each other like this?
You're not supposed to be here right now, Hinako.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like a lot of range. Like, you didn't think you're gonna get hit, but you get hit.
You traitor!
You can't keep too much distance from her as well. Okay, I'm not fall for the same mistake again. If you see her doing that, just dodge. Don't try to position dodge, because you will get hit. Try to just quick action dodge.
Hinako, let's go back together.
Cut it out! You're not Sakugo!
You traitor!
She's way too far. Okay. I can beat her on hard difficulty without too much of a problem. Lost in the Fog is totally different because how much more damage you have to do to her, as well as how much more damage she does as well. It's not a huge difference. It's not a huge difference in amount of punishment that you have to deal out, but it just makes it a little bit more difficult to get her out of the stun, like to stun her. Like you can stun her fairly easily on hard difficulty with just 2 hits, or one two-handed, or one-handed R2, I think. Or the R2, yeah.
You okay,
So
partner?
either one R2 hit or 2 R1 hits. On Lost in the Fog, you have to hit her 4 times, which is ridiculous. Because I don't have that much stamina, and hitting her 4 times. I'm testing whether I can do the heavy attack instead of the light attack, but the heavy attack is very slow and it doesn't have a lot of range. That's another problem. The heavy attack looks like it has a lot of range, but it doesn't have a lot of range.
Partner.
Yeah, it looks like it can hit very far, but it cannot. It's a bit weird how it works, so... Oh yeah, okay. I keep making the same mistakes. The map can be pretty confusing. I think it's this. No, wrong direction.
Partner, this way.
I think there's a Higashi here, right? Yeah, there is. Not to forget that. That is important. Not that I really need that Higashi. Yeah, there's some frame rate issue here. Like weird frame rate issues.
Something just flew by.
Shoo! Let's get out of here, okay?
Yeah, we know that enemy. Thankfully, I don't really have to deal with it. If you speed running the UFO ending, you never have to deal with that enemy.
Where are those two?
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Hinako, this way!
Just keep going. Yeah, so you see you can't get out, eh? Alright, time to get my favorite weapon, kitchen knife. I actually prefer the hammer over the kitchen knife. Nope. Yeah, the kitchen knife is ridiculous. I think you can get an Emma here, right? Yeah. Oops. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Trying to be too fast.
You're lying.
Yeah, like, dude, the knife, you just R1 mash and then, yeah. I know. I mean, you have to R1 mash and do it properly, but... Like, you can't just R1 mash, indefinitely, but you don't really even need to press R2. No, I think this is not the right way. I think there's some item here. Right? Or there's none. I remember there was. Or maybe it's... Oh yeah, it's in this one. You can get a chocolate. It's just sanity won't be consumed with focus. I think if you use a chocolate, the sanity can still be drained by other means, like if you take damage.
Cut it out.
Pretty close. Like, I could probably speedrun the game on new game
Been here since graduation.
with the default stat. I think that's probably possible. New game plus is going to be tough because the issue with New Game Plus is okay, now that's my favorite weapon. I can't change it. I have to. That is creepy as. So creepy. Wait. Yeah, I should probably pick that up because Divine Water is really useful. I'm not even going to pick up all the locker room clues.
Is this...
I literally, yeah, I have a video on all the locker clues and how to decipher the locker codes.
What's that?
Okay, I think I remember this. No. No, there's 2 on this one, right? Yeah, okay, there's 4 here, I think. Right, got it. Yeah, and then there's 2 more, 1 more here. I think it's at the bottom. Yep, there we go. I got this. And no, and the sakura flowers, this one, yes. No. Yes. I think it's here. Alright, got it.
Do you want to...
It's already made it this far. Coded message. Talk about childish. The locker room. Takes me back to my track and field days. That wasn't right.
Okay.
No, that's not it.
No, it's bus, right? B-U-S. S is 5. Do I actually have to... What? Alright, that was annoying. Oh no. Okay, that's not what I was supposed to do. Okay. Try again. I don't even know why I picked that up. Load the autosave file. I think it'll be this one. Yeah, no inventory upgrades. Where was this? Oh, okay.
It's already made it this far.
Okay, I see where I am.
must.
Ah, okay. I'm playing on Lost in the Fog difficulty. That's why. Okay. Alright. I get why I messed up. I was trying to use the locker code on a different difficulty. That's why I messed up. Okay. I was wondering what the...
The locker room. Takes me back to my track and field days.
The other locker codes are the same between the different difficulties. Omamori Wolf deals additional damage when using weapons with high durability. There we go. You just have to quickly get it. And then the enemies will disappear. I don't know why they disappear, but they do disappear. I'm thinking, yeah. Whether I should pick up all those health. I think I don't know. I don't think I need it. I'm too lazy to backtrack.
So good. Was older than the school. I remember hearing a wonky man built the school here when he struck it rich from dam construction.
I do want to get faith, and that's because eventually I might need it. Like if I was going to continue from New Game to New Game Plus to New Game Plus Plus, at some point I have to level up.
I will go ahead and make arrangements. Come, bid your farewells.
Yes. This is Sakuko's.
Well, it is dead now. I'm gonna go back to here, because I don't want to have to deal with this. Alright, that guy was defeated. That was good. I was getting a little worried. I'm not even gonna trigger that enemy on the corner. I'm not gonna do it. We don't need this. We don't need this. Okay. I don't know what the maximum faith that you can get. I'm sure someone's figured it out. Like maybe they played New Game plus 50 times. Well, you can keep playing the game until you get all the endings. I don't know what would happen after that. As far as I know, I don't think there is like a 6th ending. The UFO ending is a secret ending.
Rabbits. Sakuko loved rabbits.
If I don't have to fight him, I'm not going to try to fight him. Good. Drink that kuzu tea. Okay, what happened? Oh. I was wondering what I was a little worried because I wasn't sure. I wasn't entirely sure if I've activated that device successfully. Turns out I did. There we go. Knew how to solve that puzzle quickly. Ah, okay. Yeah, alright. I forget to pick up the objective. No worries.
Hinako, you look even more beautiful today.
Record. Alright, I think that's it for today. Thanks everyone for watching. I will come back another day and continue with this. We almost got to the point, well, not almost, but we are, I would say, 60-70% away to where we were before. Actually, I wouldn't say 60 to 70%, probably 50% to where we were before. We have to get through this part, then get to Shu's house. Then we have to get through to the Shimizu residence. Yeah, okay. There's quite a lot to go. Alright. Thanks everyone for watching. I do appreciate the view. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.